Congratulations, SmackDown this week did not suck at all. It was no Monday Night Raw, but it was good shit. And now I've got to name 5 MVPs, which is going to be hard because no one really outshined the rest of the field. Anyway, before I do so, put a like on this video, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. Now this is a wrestling show, so as per usual, we're going to start with the wrestling. The Street Profits give smoke to A-Town Down Under, Jade Cargill runs through Alba Fire, Santos Escobar becomes the #1 contender for the United States title because Melo is the top hater on SmackDown, and DIY said no boy. They're pretty deadly. Other developments: after months of Kevin Owens having the back of Cody Rhodes only knows one way to repay that, by giving him a shot at the WWE Undisputed Championship. But KO, he doesn't want handouts and he doesn't believe that he deserves to be the #1 contender. Despite what he says, Cody decides that he's going to go talk to Aldis and make the match happen. When KO gets to that conversation, Nick Aldis says that he was planning on making a rematch between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. But whilst KO's not one to accept handouts, he's not going to accept Roman Reigns being named #1 contender, not after everything he's put him and the rest of the locker room through. KO says Roman Reigns does not deserve a title shot. If you want to find worthy #1 contenders, just go to the locker room, open up that door. I'm sure you'll find many superstars more deserving of a title shot than Roman Reigns. And Nick Aldis responds, I don't need to go to the locker room because I've already found that person. They're standing right here in front of me. So I'm bashing them in. It's official. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Tiffany Stratton is arranging a championship celebration for the new WWE Women's Champion, the Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. And that celebration is going to take place next week. The Big Three are finally reunited. LA Knight gives his championship speech and Santos Escobar makes his way to the ring to show his disrespect. We get a Giovanni Vinci promo package. Austin Theory is using the Uno reverse card on Grayson Waller. It's about damn time he stopped acting stupid. He says that Grayson wants a match next week with KO, and Aldis thinks it's a great idea, giving us 2 matches for next week booked: Grayson Waller versus Kevin Owens and Naomi versus Blair Davenport. Roman Reigns beats the hell out of Solo and the Bloodline. And I want to take this time to say RIP to Kevin Sullivan. My thoughts on the show: how does kayfabe Kevin Owens not think he deserves a shot after how many times he had Roman Reigns dead to rights? And you see this? This just looks right, feels right, and is right. I like the new LA Knight theme. It does remind me of a heel version of the original. So it's basically the same music with just a little more oomph and electricity. But why are we doing this? Like he said, he's done busted shit about 100 times already. Finally, Austin is doing something smart. I thought that they was treating SummerSlam as a season finale and was planning to make Austin Theory and Grayson Waller split up afterward. Austin Theory is turning babyface, and I'm sure he will complete the transition in time to be on the Bad Blood card in his hometown. And this is right. Put Pretty Deadly in more matches. Even get that musical going. They ain't too my style, but objectively, they're good at their job. I thought we was going to get a promo from Roman Reigns. Hear Roman Reigns talking, seeing what he's got to say about what's been going on in his absence. But we got a lot better. We got Roman on all of their asses. He did the 3 of them in on his solo, no pun intended. But he really did fuck them up. Even the great Tangaloa with his one eye. In fact, he probably got it the worst. But I can't wait for Jimmy's return. I feel like it's not going to be as impactful as Roman's, but the story that we're telling is all we need to make this a monumental moment. But after this arse whipping, if I were the Tongans, I would come out and acknowledge Roman as my tribal chief next week to invest in my safety. But now it's time to name them MVPs. In 5th place, I'm gonna go with KO. He is actually deserving of a title shot. Whether we want to put it down to kayfabe or whether we want to put it down to the body of work that he's left behind in his company. There is no rivalry here. That's the only problem that I have with this. But we can't even say from a storyline perspective that it doesn't make sense, because it actually does. If you've been able to maintain your position at the top because someone has consistently had your back and not allowed you to get screwed over the way that they got screwed over about 6 or 7 times in the past and would be in the position that you are in today, if you have any honor at all, you would give that person a title shot. And that's the story of Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. In 4th place, I'm going with the Big Three. Like, let's fucking go. Why did they take so long to get back here? Why did we ever deviate from this in the first place? It benefits everyone involved so much more. But we can't think about the past, we can only think about the future, and I'm glad we're here. In 3rd place, I'm going with the United States champion, LA Knight. Well, his new theme is better than Sheamus's, and I know I'm setting the bar low, but hey, let's be honest, the bar is low. Remember, it's Def Rebel that does the themes now. This isn't the Jim Johnston show anymore, you know. But real talk though, I'm happy to see LA Knight as a champion in the WWE, and as always, you know he's going to be a fire, entertaining promo, which is what he delivered today. In second place, I'm going to go with the wannabe tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. I would usually say the Bloodline, but I feel like he was a one-man show with 2 backup dancers last night. But I for one disagree with everybody else. Solo is not a bad promo, and he is not completely without any aura. Of course, he's no Mr. Reigns. When we compare him to Roman Reigns is why we say all this negative stuff about him. But Roman Reigns had nearly a decade to turn himself into what he is today. And it's quite simple. Roman has hit that one-of-one territory. And it sucks to hear that Jacob Fatu actually got hurt. I didn't think that it would be something that would take him off of TV. But sometimes this is how the game goes. And number 1, the MVP, pretty easily. The OTC, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Because why would it be anybody else? The OTC returned to SmackDown. That's pretty much the only thing that mattered on this week's episode. The only thing that is really stopping SmackDown from sucking this week the same way it has in the previous. I'm glad they didn't try to change Roman. If Vince was still about, I bet would have been trying to turn him into the Samoan John Cena. When he came out there, he had no words for Solo and the rest of them. He destroyed the Temu bloodline, minus Jacob Fatu, and he done it on his solo. And like I said, if them boys were smart, after seeing and witnessing what they're seeing and witnessing, they would put their ones in the sky to acknowledge Roman Reigns. But once again, congratulations to Roman Reigns on being the MVP of SmackDown. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like, remember to subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.